2 words. Gray, Tempest. I can think of a few other 2-word combinations right now. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Toxoids in our Heralds of the Dark Nova series. I have not unpaused yet, but I would like to point out, before we unpause, something interesting has occurred in the Kelazon Republic. The Kelazon Enlightened Kingdom is now one of our immediate neighbors. They took the Orville system, and this section of space has been cut off from the Kelazon Republic's space. The most interesting part is that the Kelazon Enlightened Kingdom is currently receptive to us diplomatically, which is more than we can say for their originating empire, the Kelazon Republic. So the Enlightened Kingdom is xenophilic, militarist, materialist. They have cutthroat politics and a philosopher king. Here's the most interesting part. I totally looked at this because I spotted it and I had to know before we got started. Look at this. So I could allow them to expand, and they would actually begin with a loyalty bonus. We could potentially integrate them in the future, but we can subjugate them right now. They're willing to do it because of the power difference. Now, one reason that I might have not to do this is I am still building my hyperlane network, and I need to get that thing built as rapidly as possible, especially now that the Grey Tempest are about to come pouring through our L-gates. I really don't know how I'm going to fare against them. I've opened the L-gates fairly early, so the reason I was so nervous about doing that is that I was taking a bit of a calculated risk, and because we've had such an enormously good start. But if the Grey Tempest is more powerful significantly than what I have on offer right now, fleet-wise, then we're going to really struggle against them. So I have that really powerful station in place, and hopefully that'll be enough. But we could also go ahead and propose the subjugation of this new empire and make them our vassal. So a couple of other things we could do. We could have them contribute. So this would actually be a tax. Although notice that the taxes here dramatically affect their loyalty. So we would possibly have to renegotiate in the future. But at the very least, we could vassalize them and then eventually integrate them. And that would be a way for us to partially kind of get back at the Kelazon. It's such a delicious kind of plot twist to kick this episode off. We're going to get to the Great Tempest in just a moment, and I'm scared as hell. But I think I want to send this subjugation offer just to keep things interesting. It seems like, especially with the Overlord changes that have been added and my having not experimented with them too much, it's just too delicious as a possibility to not propose that. So we're going to say propose subjugation again, and we are going to permit expansion, which they will like. I don't want to have them have independent diplomacy. Let's really understand what these things we're giving them are. So we're giving them restricted voting. The subject is free to engage in most diplomacy, but must follow their overlord's votes in federations and the galactic community. This will force the subject to join any federation that the overlord is a member of. If the overlord is a member of the galactic community, the subject will be forced to join it. So limited diplomacy would be very punishing. Let's not do that. So we do want to permit them to expand so that they can fight back against the Kelazon. Now, the only downside to this is that we could make some enemies with this. The reason I want to do this is that even though we might get attacked by the Jessenax and by the original Kelazon, who I don't feel threatened by, but the Jessenax maybe are a bit of a threat, even though we might get attacked, if I don't do this now, the Kelazon Enlightened Kingdom's likelihood of survival is pretty low. And so I want to kind of bear that in mind. Let's see, the Overlord can have 2 holdings in total across the subject's planets. Interesting. So I'm not as familiar with holdings. I kind of want to keep it there for now, and then once I learn more about it, I'll find out. We could give them unified sensors, and they would get sensor data from us. So I'm going to go ahead and give them that, just because that would dramatically increase not only the starting loyalty, but also the monthly loyalty change, and make it more likely that they remain loyal to us indefinitely. And also, I think having our sensor data might help guarantee their survival to an extent. So their diplomatic weight will be reduced, but I'm going to go ahead and propose this. It's just going to cost 50 influence to do this. Okay. Now, a few other things I want to make sure I do before we do anything else, because we've had a lot going on. Okay, so I don't quite have everything I need here to build this hyperlane, but I would like to arrange that. So what can I sell? There's not a lot that I can sell. I can sell some dark matter. Okay, that should be enough to build that hyper... Oh, no, it's not. No, it is not. That should be enough. There we go. All right, so I'm going to have to do it a little bit at a time. It's just that I'm really going to have to play... We're going to set the speed to... We'll actually go to slow motion for this unpause, because I really want to have a sense for what the Great Tempest is going to do. Let me also pause here for a moment, because I literally have not unpaused the game since the last time we saw one another, saw each other. There's a lot of you watching, you know what I mean. So, let's see, Rivers Break. All right, I've got enough defense platforms. I mean, it's a strong station. I'm just, I'm nervous. All right. No one is coming through that L gate, interestingly enough. I'm not sure why. So the L cluster's out here. They're the Guardians of Zanam, by the way. They're guarding this Gaia world here, Zanam. It's been a while since I've seen that event, so I don't remember all the details to it. But we do have the Grey Tempest coming through here. So we might need to go ahead and shore up this particular base, because they could plow through to us here. This is the closest L gate to us. So we can take this moment to look around and find any other Grey Tempest fleets that are within sensor range anyway. Oh, Andreas. Never stop making music. You're way too good at it. Way, way too good. Okay. Yeah, I'm very concerned about the fact that nothing is coming through that, but we're just going to take it one day at a time. Okay, so we are now the overlords of the Kelazon Enlightened Kingdom, which is just delicious. I cannot get over the fact that just happened. That's freaking funny. All right, and we're just going to keep it on speed 1 and let some time pass, because at some point they're going to come through. We do need to build up our resources. All right, so some of our upgrades are happening. Let's go ahead and get... All right, it looks like this Grey Tempest fleet. Okay, military power 51,606. Can I see any information on them? We don't have enough intel to know their ship design. All right, so it looks like they're coming toward us, which is not good. Let's upgrade those. That's pretty much worst case scenario, because we're ready to defend on one front, but if they come in from another direction, then we're screwed. What we can hope is that the Fallen Empire helps fight them here, but I don't know if they will or not. It's kind of up in the air. They may or they may not. Let's go ahead and sell some of our moats. I still have a pretty good moat surplus, but not as much as I did. I have an outstanding gas surplus. Okay. So there's a little bit to to build some additional platforms, but it's not going to be enough. Rivers break. Yeah, that's going to be barely enough. That is unfortunate. Really hoping to see them go after... Alright, I don't know what they're doing, but they're not going after the Grey Tempest. Because the Grey Tempest is moving straight for... Yep. They're coming right for us. Great. Love it. Love everything about it. Now, the Vivisandian Empire and the Garothian Order have opened their borders to us. Probably because they realize we're going to be an important factor in the defeat of this new variable. So we've got the standing edge built. Let's get an imbued purpose built. Yeah, that station is not going to be able to stand up. I don't even have it upgraded to a star fortress yet. This could be our first major swing in a worse direction. Let's see what we have here. Resource silos capacity plus 5,000. I'm just looking at what the rare option is. Planetary build speed plus 50%. Nice. Empire size from districts minus 10%. Ooh. That could be the very best thing I could do right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. And let me also take a look to see... Oh, good. The Fallen Empire is going after the Grey Tempest. That's really good news, because they're one of the only forces that could potentially fight off this force that is bothering us. So we'll see. It looks like that fleet is chasing them. We might even get to watch the combat happen. What I want to know, though, is do I have intel on their designs? Nice. Fantastic. All right, that was lucky. Thank God that the Huffrodden archivists are kind of on our side at the moment. I mean, they're not on our side per se, but the fact that that just happened is such a tremendous encouragement. Holy crap. Okay, still nothing has come through the gate here, which implies to me that maybe... saying it's a citadel, which... No, it's a star fortress. I wonder why it's saying Citadel, because Citadel's the final level, right? There must be some reason for that I'm not aware of. I'm not going to overthink it, but it's still just a star fortress. We don't have the top level unlocked yet. Okay, what else can I do? Because I have a lot more. Let's go ahead and get another mining district built on Ullyxr, because we are down some housing. It looks like Krail could benefit from probably an additional hive district. Let's go ahead and do that. Also, are you having issues? Yeah, you are. Impact crater would... What would that do, though? Okay, so it just allows us to build an additional district. In this case, let's go ahead and let's get some additional alloys going here. An additional hive district there. And an additional generator district there, just to make sure. Every few districts when I'm building additional mines or additional alloy production, I like to just switch things up and make sure that I'm putting some energy into the mix to help compensate for those new drains on the economy. All right, so the Sildoran Authority has finally embraced the faction, adopting their core values and policies. As a result of bringing this faction into the government, they become more outwardly xenophilic. Okay. So let's see what other... There's going to be a lot of stop and start because I'm trying to get as much done in a short period of time as I can manage here. Alright, so we need to get a hyper relay built there. We've already got one there. So now we need one there. And there would be the next good one. Now this science ship, I kind of want to send them through the L-gate, but not unprotected. That just seems like suicide. So let's instead send them to a system that I know they can support. Let's see, Castor, Wayston, Tarkstein. Hold on. I might just need to take another look at what the most productive resource worlds are. So Eskrik is pretty productive. Rathlin has become very productive research-wise. Yeah, let's send them to Rathlin then. Wait, where is Rathlin exactly? That's in the Krail sector. Rathlin is right there. Oh, that's right. That's the relic world. That makes perfect sense. So we're going to send this science ship back to... Also, there is the Rubricator. I don't know that I want to go for that right now. So I'm just going to send you to Rathlin and have you assist research for now. Let's take a look at what edicts we can fire. Because we have volatile ammunition going right now. We can have crystalline sensors. Seems like a good idea. And focusing crystals, which will increase energy weapon damage. That also seems like a good idea. I am bringing in 3 living metal per month, but it's not enough for me to have living metal mega construction, and I don't have any use for that yet. Exotic gases, I can definitely do exotic gases for shield boost. Let's go ahead and do that. Hyper relay network effects, interesting. Oh, these are really cool. So these are, for the hyper relay network, different kind of amenities that consume certain quantities of rare resources. I'm not going to mess with those right now, but that's really good to know that that's an option. Now, improved energy initiative is not the worst idea right now, just to have some additional research speed and make sure that we stay ahead of things. Although that's only for 2 specific categories of research. So maybe I'll hold off. Now let's see what else we can do. See, I don't want to move either of these fleets because you never know when they could decide to pour through. Oh, nice. So that tile blocker research is done. Let's see what else we can do. Neural tissue engineering. Oh, yes. I remember accessing this. I just touched the mic with my fingertip while I was stroking my beard. So if you heard that, that's what that was. What are we looking at? We have soil remediation. A society research boost is probably a good idea. A star-based capacity research boost is also probably a good idea. Although, additional food, now that it's necessary to make sure that we can sustain our new population, I think I will go for the star-based capacity right now, just because I feel like I need that as soon as possible.
Rocking up to enemy fleet.
Okay, they must have finally come through. Let's see how this goes. Also, can I... Alright, our scanners can make no sense of the strange vessel. Let's see how we do against them. The one thing about the Grey Tempest is that they look super strong.
Military station launched. Military station launched.
Okay, so we're hearing that not because we lost a station, but because we lost a platform. So that actually went shockingly well. That was really encouraging. I mean, we took some damage, but they died fast, and now we have stuff that we can research in this system. So we're going to go... That science ship has barely even left the area. We're going to have them come back. and try and research that technology, because that technology, that's just going to help us with our crisis goals. Let's just put it that way. That's going to help us a lot. All right, we're going to keep it on normal speed. I'll do my best to not pause too much, but I'm keeping an eye on multiple variables at once. All right, so we're going to continue to guard that. We're going to upgrade these stations. So we lost 3 platforms there.
Colony seeded. Ships upgraded.
Okay. We do still have a little bit of reinforcing to do. Did I build a shipyard here? No, I didn't. So in order to upgrade these fleets, I would need to withdraw one of them. But that went really well. I just wish I could get a little bit more information about like their exact situation. So I don't think... Oh, I think I understand why it went well. Because we have... yeah, I didn't see any shields on their ships. And remember, on our ships, we have these. Oh, wait, no, that's extra... No. Okay, I keep getting it mixed up in my head. The Null Void Beam does additional shield damage. But we still slaughtered them. Was it... Do they have shields and not armor, or armor and not shields? All of a sudden, I feel like I'm misremembering, so we'll have to look again next time they come through. Either way, that first fight went well, so we just need to figure out why it went well and then double down on that in our ship designs as much as possible. This is going to be pretty huge, too, having these technologies. I mean, we're not going to have the technologies right away, but we'll have progress toward them, which I will take.
Stones turned.
Let's also pause and see if there's debris that we can detect in these systems. It doesn't look like there is. It's interesting that this fleet is just hanging out near the XT-81 Singularity. Which I've never been more grateful for the proximity of that particular empire as I am right now. Holy crap. Okay, so we're almost done here. Alright, so this science ship, I now want to send you back to Rathlen, which is what I was telling you to do before. Economically, we're in very good shape. Just need to let some time go by so that we can build up additional alloys, which is the main thing that we need right now. Also, it looks like Shirin has an upgrade available to it. Let's go for it. Only cost a handful of minerals, which we have plenty of those. Alright, so the Kelazon Enlightened Kingdom is currently, let's see, they're loyal to us. Could we potentially improve our relationship with them by... How would... Alright, so our relationship with the Garothian Order is pretty good. Last month it changed by 0. I wonder why it's improving. Probably because we have... What's that one Ascension perk? Galactic Contender. Now, the gate builders, that's referring to the Grey Tempest, correct? I'm fairly certain that's what that's referring to. I'm just not 100% positive. Okay, so we're clearing that impact crater. I may be able to get an additional mine here. Let's see what we can do. Nope. But I do have, finally, I have access to some additional buildings that will allow me just to synthetically create some of these things. So let me go ahead and buy some minerals here, because it looks like Forgefall has some room. We're going to do some gas extraction wells. And then we'll do spawning pools for additional pop speed. Alright, let's reinforce the fleet. Good, both fleets are going to be at full strength again. Now, since we've finished looking at that, let's take a quick look. Well, we'll have enough options soon enough. This research station output upgrade is about to finish, and we can look at some of the options we've unlocked. But having the Great Tempest technology to use against them is going to be great. All right, so research stations are now that much better. We have access to advanced shields, although I feel like I don't think that's new. We might have gotten that from... I mean, I can't imagine where else we got that progress from, but it also could have come from an event that I've forgotten about. So I don't think that's new. I think the Great Tempest technologies that we've unlocked access to must be down other trees. So let's, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. I'm not 100% positive that that's like the most helpful thing to do right now, because I don't remember the Great Tempest's like fleet composition, their weapons composition, and there's a specific way to fight them that I want to work toward. I just need to remember exactly what it is, and I don't at the moment. So we'll find out as soon as we can. And no, I'm not going to look it up. This is my first series back to Stellaris in a couple of years, and I'm intentionally just kind of going with the flow, which involves also allowing for some confusion as I relearn some of the more intricate mechanics. I'm totally okay with that. So, yeah, let's go ahead and buy some minerals here. I think I honestly just need to get some additional mining going, because my mineral income is not what it could be. Yeah, these two can be upgraded, although it looks like I don't have enough room to do a ton of that. There's a part of me that's tempted to send my fleet through and see what we can do to their ships on the other side. But I feel like part of the reason that victory happened is we had our defense platforms helping us. And I don't think my ships are strong enough on their own. Tell you what, this is a little bit risky, but I'm going to send my second fleet, the weaker one, to a nearby system. I have some hyperlanes set up. Attention, Ullyxr, if you have need of others to fight your battles for you, know that Miravandia mercenary fleets are now available for hire. Yes, you heard correctly. If you can meet their prices, the best mercenaries in the galaxy are now willing to fight for you. Good to know. Good for you. Don't care. Fight in the Great Tempest. Go away. Like, why would you think that matters to me right now? All right. Let's build a hyper relay there. All right, so it looks like we've got some hyper relays set up in pretty important locations. All right, we're lacking some minerals, but thankfully we can buy some. So okay. That's at least going to help us get started in some of these systems. So you... Okay, so it looks like you were waiting to build one in Piscus, and that's a perfect place for one, so we'll do that there. So that means you can build one in Groman. What are we short on? Alloys? Well, that's not really a problem. I just want to get those built because the ability to move around rapidly in this current situation is a pretty good idea. Minor economic sanctions. Empires that have been denounced or in breach of galactic law have penalties applied to them. Sure, let's go ahead and just support that.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
All right, so the second fleet is moving, and because we have hyperlanes set up partially, watch. Oh, that's interesting. They didn't use the hyperlane. Why didn't you use the hyperlane?
Ships upgraded.
Okay, nice. That was fast. So let's have you just repair up for a moment. And you are almost done with that, right? Wow. Some of these ships are taking... Okay, there we go. I was about to say, you are taking forever to repair. And holy crap, I've been recording for 30 minutes already. This game is way too much fun. So let's have you return. And as soon as they get back, I'll send the initial fleet out for an upgrade. I just have to be, like, extremely balanced and cautious with my actions right now, because if I let the Great Tempest in, they could really wreck me. And it seems like I actually have the ability to hold them off from my territory at the moment, so you better believe I'm going to do that to the best of my ability. Planetary supercomputer seems like a good idea on Shirin. Now, where's Shirin again? Oh yeah, that's over here. This was a 23-slot Tundra world. Yeah, that I probably do need to go ahead and just have that planetary supercomputer in place. So let's do that. Also, my God, can we just appreciate this music? I know I say it a lot. I don't care. I'll keep saying it. It's incredible. All right, we're going to go for synaptic nodes here. And also, I'm going to take this moment, since I've got the game paused, I'm going to take this moment to... We are bringing the second fleet back to Maw of the Truthsayer, and the first fleet is then going to go get their upgrades done. There's really just upgrades that are needed on the corvettes, but still, we're going to get those taken care of. And then I might kind of poke my head into the home system of the L cluster to see what's going on, because so far this has been like a surprisingly tame Great Tempest arrival, and I think that they're probably wrecking face elsewhere in the galaxy, but in our little section of the woods, we seem to be kind of holding it down. So I want to find out why that is, and if I can start to put a dent in the Great Tempest, I will certainly do so, but I'm going to very timidly kind of find out, very tentatively is a better way to put it, very tentatively just explore and see what I can discover. So that's the objective for the next episode, and then once we're done with the Great Tempest, you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. This is a big enough objective to focus on for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.